Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Happy Sunday everyone, and welcome to Sunday Share. I'm going to show you guys a few projects that I have going on for classes while everybody comes on to watch me tonight. So for my November local class, I'm hosting a Sincerely Santa class where my attendees are going to make 2 of each project. We've got this cute little gift box, and then we've got these 3 cute little cards with Santa, or a snowman, not Santa. And for those of you that are not local, I did do up a tutorial that I have on my my blog, and if you scroll down, I have it for sale also if you're interested in that class. And then I just posted yesterday, I haven't posted it out to everyone yet. I'm going to be having in, let me see, today, October, November. This is in December. I'm going to be having a home decor frame class. As you can see, this has a little bit of embossing from the score tool. And then we have the removable middle with Velcro dots. And then I'm just going to show you a few that I've done. I do have a handful, 1 for each month, and then with a bonus birthday one also. So like this is for October, obviously. And then I have the thankful. I don't have a Velcro dot. I ran out of Velcro dots, but this would be for Thanksgiving for the month of November. December, we have for Christmas. And then I'll show you one more for January, and that's got the little snowshoes and the snowflake for the snow season. So that's one of my classes. This will be in the month of December, and I will have a tutorial on this also that I will post later. I haven't worked on that yet. Okay, let me move all of these things aside. And tonight I am using the Broadway Birthday stamp set. Hello everybody that's coming on. I can see you now. And along with the Broadway Birthday, I'm using the Broadway Bound designer paper. Now all 6 of these sheets have the gold foil. So let me just show all 6 of those. Isn't this pretty? And then sheet number 6, I only have this small strip left over. I've used quite a bit of this one. And when I flip those over, we have the colored side of the designer paper. And then this is number 6. So this is what I'm using tonight. I gave you guys a couple of sneak peeks on my Facebook page since yesterday. And let me show you the card we're going to be making. Now, the one I'm making tonight, I don't have a sample to show you, but I have 2 cards here that I did using the same card design. I actually created these cards with my team a couple months ago. I have team meetings once a month with my Stampin' Ink Designs group, and I show them some projects. I do live meetings. So if you're ever interested in being part of a team, let me know because we do some fun stuff. So this is the front of the card. It's 1 layer on the back, and then it opens up this way. And then there's a gift card that goes in this pocket. So I did 2 different versions with just 2 different colors. So again, the gift card would go inside of this pocket. So this is what we're doing tonight, but it's going to be birthday themed instead of Christmas themed. And don't forget to share my video as you watch, so you'll have a chance to win the card that I'm creating tonight. So let me give you all of the measurements that we need. So the card base is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So if you take 1 piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, you can cut 4 cards for this one tonight. Layer number 2. Oh, and this is lovely lipstick, I forgot to say. This is 9 3/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score this piece. designer paper, I have one. This design is 5 1/4 by 4. 2 pieces measuring 4 by 3. This one is for the gift card that measures 3 by 2. And then a layer number 2. Now these look confusing to you, but you'll understand as I glue them in place. This is layer number 2 for the middle section. 2 pieces of gray granite, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then we have one, this is for the signature panel on the inside, 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. So let me move all of this aside. Inks is Lovely Lipstick and Lemon Lime Twist. I've got the light Granny Apple Blends marker. And I've gone ahead and cut out the little Wish die cut with Lovely Lipstick cardstock. And then we're, oops, there goes my little dotted I. And we're also going to stamp and cut out some birthday hats. Now I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants here. I don't have this card designed. It's in my head, so hopefully it's going to work out. So let me move all of this aside. I'm going to bring in layer number 2. Now on the 9 3/4 inch side, we're going to score 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Make sure you use the score blade and not the cutting blade. That's why I wrote on mine with a permanent marker, score and cut. Have any of you guys done that too? It just helps me to make sure I use the right one. Okay, I'm going to bring this in so you guys can see it. So now let's start out with the card base. I'm going to glue the designer paper. Isn't it a shame to have to cover this? But the other side is equally pretty too. We're doing a birthday card, so that's why I really like this. And I like the 3 colors, the Lemon Lime Twist, the Gray Granite, and the Lovely Lipstick. So pretty. Now we want the center portion to open this way. So I'm going to fold and then fold in the opposite direction. Now let me just trim this a little bit. It's sticking out some. I just need to straighten it out too. Okay, I just have a little sliver sticking out a little too long. Okay, that's all fixed. Now I'm going to add glue to the back side so I can glue it in the center. And we want to make sure that's centered perfectly. Now I'm going to open this up. So you can see I added the 2 designer paper layers, which would be these 2, one on each end. And I love the way the striped looks with the balloons. It's so striking. And then this one goes on this side. Now, in order for the gift card to fit nicely, I'm not going to use my snail because you're losing 1/4 inch or more on each side when you use that. So I'm actually bringing in the liquid glue and I'm going to go as close to the edge as I can. I want enough of the pocket space. And then that'll be 1/4 inch from the bottom to match the other 2 layers. Now what I did with mine before the glue really is stuck on there, I actually put the card inside and then pressed down. That way allows for the extra height of the card. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that in there. On the inside layer is your signature layer. I'm going to glue a layer of the gray granite. Now, before I glue this in place, I want to add some sentiments. So I'm actually going to bring in my Stamparatus because I'm adding 3 sentiments. I'm using It's Your Birthday, You Deserve It, Let's Celebrate You. I have some scrap pieces the same size. In case I make a mistake, I got 2 there. Now, have you guys seen the new products that we have available for the Stamparatus? We now have the little tiny grid sheets that fit perfectly inside. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a pad of, I think there's 50 in here. And that's item number 149621 for $6.50. And then we also have the little foam insert. And I'll tell you why I ordered an extra one. You know how we've all been using our Stampin' Pierce mats to stamp on? Well, I use mine to do my paper piercing, and sometimes there's little holes all over, so when you put your cardstock, you could end up with little bumps. So I ordered an extra one of these, and this is now what I'm going to use to stamp on my photopolymer stamps. It's thick enough that there's going to be enough give, so I don't have to worry about using my Stampin' Pierce mat anymore. This will be a lot easier, and there's no holes, and it's nice and flat. I hope that makes sense. Now, I've also printed this to show you. I did forget to put the grid paper on there. So I explained the mat. I explained the grid paper. Now, let me show you my magnet. I only had this a couple of days, and I broke one of my magnets because you're supposed to keep them separate. Mine ended up crashing together, and I split one like you just saw. You can also order additional magnets, and then you can also order additional plates like this. Even though you get 2 that come with your Stamparatus, if you're stamping something that requires more than 2, you can now order another set to have a spare set, and those are $15. And all 3 of these new products, the plates, the foam mat, and the grid paper, you can buy as one item as an accessory pack. So I just wanted to make you aware of that in case you didn't know that. Now let's set up. I lost my little sheet. Oh, there it is. Okay, I want to put this on. Now I want to use 3 sentiments at the top of my little sentiment piece. I'm going to bring in a scrap. I'm going to line it up right in the center. Add my magnet. And then, let me see, I want to start out with, which one? It's Your Birthday, which is this one. So I'm going to line that up right at the top. And I'm using the grid lines. And then I'm going to do You Deserve It. And you can butt them up against each other. I'm trying to see if that's going to work. And the third one says, Let's Celebrate You. I've never done this, so I'm hoping it's going to work. Okay, now let's bring in the clear plate. Pick up the stamps. And we're going to try it out first to make sure it's nice and straight. And let me ink my stamps. Let's see how good I did. See how easy that was? That's pretty neat. I did 3 sentiments in one swoop. Now, did I use the right line? No, I got to move over 1. So now this is the real thing, so we can't mess this one up. Okay, and there's my 3-line sentiment. Perfect. Now, let me put this over. I don't want to dirty my little sheet that I just took out. So I'm going to bring the card back in. I see some questions there. I'm going to go back and try to answer your questions. It was hard to me while I was it was hard for me to read while I was demonstrating. Okay, so there's my center panel. Now we're going to fold this towards the front. Actually, I need to stamp. There's my hat. And this one I'm going to stamp Make A right on the designer paper. And then I'm going to glue the word wish. I have to tell you guys a funny little story about this die. The first time I cut it and I started taking my letters out, I thought I broke them because it comes out in 2 pieces. So I thought I had to redo it, but that's how it comes out. It comes out in 2 pieces. Then you get your little dot there. So let's glue that in place. So there's the W, and I'm going to go at an angle. I need to move it over just a little bit. Now, instead of using the little dotted I, what I've done is I'm using my Rhinestone Jewels and the light Granny Apple Blends marker, and I'm actually coloring the jewel. You can see here that I colored some for another project. And hopefully you can see how pretty that is. And then you can see where I did the other color for another project. So I'm saving these to use them on something else. So I'm actually going to use one of the rhinestones for my dot. And then, okay, I need a piece of white. I'm going to stamp a couple of the birthday hats. So I'm going to do one with the lemon lime twist. And I'm going to do 2 with the lovely lipstick. Now I need to bring in my big shot so I can cut out the birthday hats. So I will go back and answer your questions. I know some of you guys had questions on the Stamparatus. I've got too much going on, and your questions keep scrolling up, so I've actually lost them. Okay, so there's one birthday hat. So this is all you have to watch me cut tonight, just 3 little birthday hats. One more. Thanks for being patient. I like to leave some of the cutting for my videos because I know some of you guys are new to stamping and you told me that you love seeing how I do my cutting. Okay, let's bring this back in. Now what I'm going to do is add some of the mini dimensionals on the back of each birthday hat. And I'll show you the other 2 cards that I showed at the beginning too, in case you guys missed it. Okay, so I'm going to add one here. And then the green one. And then, let me see. Let me just tuck that one in the back. So there's my little birthday card. What do you think of that? Isn't that cute? So let me bring in the 2 Christmas ones. So this was using the Dashing Deer. This is Shaded Spruce. And what I did is I used the Clear Wink of Stella. I don't know if you'll be able to see the shimmer. So that's that one. This one I used Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. And again, I used the Wink of Stella to cover the whole reindeer. So it's really cute. So there's my card for tonight. So anybody that shares, I'm going to draw a name for this card. So you'll see the winner tomorrow morning. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments section. And let's see, this week I've got a live class on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. And thanks so much for stopping in tonight. I enjoyed having you here. Good night.